Hey guys, what's up? This is Kemble Walters from the band Aeges, and you're listening to Concert Crap.
Hey guys, this is Corey here with Concert Crap, and I'm here speaking with Kemble, vocalist and guitarist from the band Aeges. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks once again for doing this. I appreciate it. All right,
Of course.
your new album, Weightless, it was just released a few weeks ago. How proud are you of this release?
I'm super psyched, man. This record, it was one of the longer ones in the making for us, and I think that, everything that all the hurdles we jumped over were positive ones. So everyone's super pumped on it. I think the songs are being received well. Liquid Metal, start playing it. Hopefully transition over to Octane. We'll see. So, it's been perceived very well.
Yeah, it is a great album. I've heard it plenty of times already. You guys have a great sound. I'm really digging it right now.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. What were some of your best moments when creating the album?
When creating it,
Some of your most memorable moments.
Well, I mean, for Corey and I, since we both play guitar, we're big gear nerds. That's the one thing I really like is that people, through all the records we've done, have always commented on the guitar tones and the layers and stacks that we use, whether it be minimal guitar stacks or multiple guitar stacks, whatever. We always try to make them interesting and not just like, oh, hey, I'm playing through a PV5150 because it's supposed to be heavy. We use weird vintage gear, crazy pedals. But to answer your question, we had this guy bring over an insane amount of pedals, and Corey and I would just spend hours just noodling on guitar lines and messing with like all these Pete Cornish pedals. And Pete Cornish, I mean, I'm not going to mention everyone that he makes pedals for because the guy is a legend, but it's like, that does stuff for like Pink Floyd and all them, and his pedals are ridiculously expensive, but this dude dropped a bunch of them off, and it was just like, a bunch of the toys that we don't normally get to use, we had at our disposal, and I'm sure we wasted a good amount of time, but it was freaking pretty awesome.
What has been the response from your fans, and what seems to be everyone's favorite track, and what's your favorite track?
Well, the favorite track is funny. Like I asked everyone on our fans on Facebook. Ask us any questions about songs or whatever. What are your favorite songs? And everyone seems to have a different one. There's a few constants which are Weightless, and a reason why I think those two, kind of like the poppier, more radio-friendly jams, seem to be, on the top of everyone's list. But aside from that, like Clear seems to be getting a lot of attention. Drown being one of the crazier, more aggro ones. My favorite kind of changes as far as like just the groove and vibe of the track. Clear is one of my favorites, just because of the way it starts and like the interesting rhythms between the vocals, guitar, and drums. I'm just really into that. And Drown was the last one that we did for the record, and that one I think just kind of came out awesome. We did that all on our own, outside of the Bob stuff. So it was kind of cool to take what we learned and utilize from working with our producer outside of the studio and on our own, just to add a couple of heavier tracks to the record. All
right, let's talk live shows. You guys just finished touring with Crowbot and the Virgin Marys. How did that tour go?
It was awesome, man. The Crowbot fans and Virgin Mary fans are super rad. We were very well perceived and made a bunch of new friends and new fans and stuff. And obviously our fans are awesome. We love all of them. But it was cool to see the new fans that we made. The age differences. It's super young, super old. And like everyone can get into organic, raw, and meaningful rock, there wasn't any pretentiousness, and all the guys are super rad.
And then,
so we had
I noticed today you guys are going to be playing with Chevelle and the Deadheads in about a month. How excited are you to be playing those shows with those guys?
I mean, that's something that we've been trying to get for a long time. Just like, I'm not sure if we were ever on Chevelle radar. So when this popped up like 2 days ago, or when the offer came in a couple of days ago, it was just like, oh my gosh, yes, finally! Like this is kind of like, to me, it's that band where they're at and where they've come from and everything. It's just kind of like the perfect scene for the Aeges group. It seems like, I mean, obviously we haven't played with them, but we love their music, and their fans seem
Oh,
and
yeah.
sonically it just seems like it's going to fit freaking really awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great tour to be on. Those guys are incredible.
Yeah.
Other than the bands you've already played with, is there any other tours, any specific tours or other bands you would want to tour with in the future, supporting just this release alone?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a million of them, like, there's all those bands doing reunion tours now too, or like comeback tours.
Mm-hmm.
Our sound isn't like the modern sound. We blend a bunch of things that, like, our favorite genres were guitar driven rock, which isn't at the forefront of radio or mainstream really right now. And so a lot of our favorite bands, would be like Queens, which is a very relevant current band,
mm-hmm.
Foo Fighters as well, but those are older bands. But then you've got like the Refuse, you've got Quicksand. I don't know if they're doing a record, but they've been playing a bunch of shows.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's Deftones, Soundgarden. But then you go to the other spectrum. You got Torch, Red Fang, that band Whores. We're really into. Trying to think. Now that you put me on the spot, it's hard for me to think. Yeah, but I mean, we love all bands, man. We're always down as long as it makes somewhat sense. We're into it, and people are cool.
You guys are from Southern California, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right.
Well, we live in Southern California.
Oh, okay. I'm from Southern California as well, and being a band that's from the area that's so heavy on music, day in and day out, there's shows every single night here. Did that help you get to where you guys are now?
I wouldn't really say it helped us. I don't necessarily think it was against us or anything. Well, it's hard to say because we all live in and around Los Angeles,
mm-hmm.
and as far as like finding people that are great to play with to start a band, it's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're gonna be able to live with them and tour with them is a whole different story. We all got lucky because we're all best buds,
mm-hmm.
and we all get along super well. But finding players that are awesome is super easy. But then, since everyone's a musician, trying to get your friends to come to your shows, if you don't have enough guest list spots, that gets hard. So building it from zero to like where you start having a somewhat of a following, that's the tricky part.
Mm-hmm.
Where I used to live in Austin, I feel like that's a little bit easier to get from zero to 50, 60, 100, 200 kids at a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like that build seems easier. But then I wouldn't want to move out of LA. I like it here.
Yeah, same here.
the struggles are worth it because the other side is our labels here, our management's here. The only person on our team that doesn't live here is our booking agent who lives in New York,
uh-huh.
and so we're really into being able to have face-to-face interaction with the people that we work with. We're very I guess we're kind of demanding. We're very into all the different aspects of what we do. We're very involved in our own career as far as being in this band. So LA is a good place for us. Nice,
man. Okay. One more random kind of question. What was the first concert you ever attended?
So that one's hard for me because it's either one of two, both of which are freaking awesome. So to give you a little background, I grew up in Indonesia. I lived there for like 16 years, and we didn't get much music over there. And the music that we did get had to be big enough and popular enough for them to make that flight. So I think my first show was Color Me Bad.
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty awesome because the guitar player that they had, when his solo came in, he made sure that everyone remembered who he was. He jumped up, landed in the splits with his guitar behind his head, and just started shredding hardcore. And then once he was done, he was back, and the dude started doing like their acapella vibe again. Mm-hmm. It was either that or it was Duran Duran. But I think it was Color Me Bad. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
We'll say that one. All right, man. Is there anything else you would like to say to your fans or anybody that might be listening to this interview right now?
Just, go check it out. If you like what you hear, tell a friend, bring a friend to the show, and be sure to to come up and talk to us at shows. We love making new friends, meeting the fans and everything. And feel free to send us a message on Facebook, through the website, whatever. And if you like what you hear, leave a comment on iTunes and all that stuff. And we just want everyone to help spread the word, because we're trying to get out there as best we can.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, everybody listening, pick up the album Weightless. It's a fantastic album. Just listen to it. You guys will love it. For everybody listening, make sure you visit concertcrap.com for more interviews, reviews, and so much more on all things music. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This has been Corey with Concert Crap, and we will see you guys next time.